Shalom, call halal Yahweh Shemil and Shai Mashim, Akodash, Demon, our apostles and other bishops, great millstone, even the elders came to proclaim and tell us the truth. Shalom and salutation to all the brothers of Hashem, bring truth and in sincerity, hopeful life. Tabernacle of David. I'm the brother / elder. Shalom and salutations to you all. This is the WW3 Daily update. Real quick, there's a war going on. It's going to escalate. That war is called WW3. Anyway, let's get something real quick. We'll get Ecclesiastes 3:1. The King James. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born, a time to die. A time to be born and a time to die, one against another. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. Jump down to 8, a time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. What time do you think we're in right now? Peace and safety? What the hell is that? What the hell?
Rhetoric.
It's not what I want to like.
An extremely confrontational, hostile personality. I think we can all agree that Charlie Kirk was dead. And his life...
Bear with me. This thing queued up. Bear with me. What the hell just happened? Whatever. This is what I want right here. Okay? U.S. drug smuggling boat.
A man dealing with...
near Venezuela. So, listen to how they phrase this. They're going to call this a war.
Breaking today, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth confirming another deadly strike on a narco-trafficking boat off the coast of Venezuela. 1 second it's there, the next second it's not. Hegseth says it was packed with substantial amounts of narcotics headed for the United States. The move comes after a White House memo sent to Congress saying America is now in a formal armed conflict with the drug cartels.
Formal armed conflict is a war. Okay, and used in different terms.
Let's bring in Brett Saville, retired Navy captain and former Pentagon official, and Derek Maltz, the former acting DEA administrator and Penlink senior vice president. So complaints from Democrats and Republicans alike prompted that letter that the White House sent to Congress in terms of the engagement with cartels. It said in part, the president determined these cartels are non-state armed groups, designated them as terrorist organizations, and determined that their actions constitute an armed attack against the United States. The president determined that the United States is in a non-international armed conflict with these designated terrorist organizations. The president directed the Department of War to conduct operations against them pursuant to the law of armed conflict. Since we're talking about military operations, Brett, let's start with you. Is the president on solid legal ground here?
He does have a legal case, and I think it can be made that he's acting effectively as a commander-in-chief against imminent danger, that we know drugs that are killing tens of thousands of American citizens. So I think that is the case, at least that's been heard being made. There's another case to be made about taking a preeminent attack before it gets to the United States. And there's a history there of intercepting these type of craft for flag inspection. It goes back to anti-piracy operations for what's being done on international waters and international airspace.
All right, Derek, last week at the United Nations, the president declared that these new operations have basically dried up smuggling on the ocean by boat. Listen to what he said.
People don't like taking big loads of drugs in boats anymore. There aren't too many boats that are traveling on the seas by Venezuela. They tend not to want to travel very quickly anymore. And we virtually stopped drugs coming into our country by sea.
But we did see that boat that was out on the water this morning that got blown up, that the Secretary of War provided the video for, so they have not stopped. But Derek, I mean, you used to be in special operations. This was your bailiwick. This has got to be a huge psychological blow to the cartels. They used to think the worst that would happen to them was they'd be interdicted and arrested. Now they're going to be blown to kingdom come.
Exactly. So let's keep it real simple for the viewers, right? Historic amounts of American deaths from poison coming from the terror cartels requires an aggressive historic response. As a citizen, I have never seen drug boats being hit with kinetic strikes. I am very proud to be an American today to see that this president and the administration is standing up for families and communities all over the country. Those that are burying their children every day from deadly drugs are very satisfied with the work being done by this country, the Secretary of War, the President, but most importantly, right now we have a whole approach, John, where the Homeland Security task forces are coming together to get all the best and brightest we have in this country to stop this threat.
DF,
That's all we need. You can see where this is going. They're trying to control the region, is what they're doing. And because they can't control the entire world like they thought once upon a time they were able. So they're scaling it down. They're going to try to, control the narrative of South America and whatever's close to home, close to the border. And that's a smart, thought. But, this is it. This is for all the marbles. Besides that, whatever you think you're going to go into Venezuela and do, while Russia and China are not only buttressing or supporting Iran, right? You think that they're not arming and supporting Venezuela as well? They can't afford to let Babylon the Great slip in there and grab that oil, so they're going to try to prevent it. Don't think so? Anyway, what we're watching, okay, what time are we in? We're in the time of war, not the time of peace. There will be no peace and safety. But it's all culminating in the same thing. So, Revelation 11:14. Second woe is past, and behold, the third woe comes quickly. So go ahead and cut it right there. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Everybody can see World War III now. Just where is it going? It's going off on all fronts. All right. So anyway, with that, we